All right, welcome back to the deep dive. So today, our mission, well, it's a big one. We're really digging into maybe one of the most fundamental questions, right? Why does the mind work the way it does?
Yeah, exactly. And we're diving into Steven Pinker's huge work, How the Mind Works.
A classic.
Definitely. And his take is pretty bold, isn't it? Because he's basically smashing together evolution and, the idea of the mind as a kind of computer.
The computational theory of mind, right?
Precisely. He argues the mind isn't some mystery. It's an evolved system. Natural selection designed it, just like, say, our hearts or lungs.
And specifically, we're looking at his claim that every feeling, every thought pattern we have.
Yeah, like affection, fear, jealousy. He sees them as complex programs written by evolution, essentially, to solve the kinds of problems our hunter-gatherer ancestors faced daily.
Okay, let's unpack that architecture then.
Yeah.
If the mind's biological machinery,
Yeah.
what's its main job, its sort of ancient function?
Well, at its core, it's pretty simple. Survival. Survival through, smart behavior.
Like finding food, finding a mate.
Finding food, attracting a good mate, making allies who won't betray you, and yeah, definitely avoiding danger. Social screw-ups, too.
Right, makes sense.
And Pinker's idea is that the mind isn't just one general processor. It's more like a toolkit.
A toolkit.
Yeah, with specialized tools, some things called mental modules. They're like these little algorithms designed for very specific jobs, recognizing faces, picking up language, spotting a liar.
He calls the whole setup a computer of the soul, doesn't he? A biological information processor.
That's the one. Running millions of these tiny unconscious programs all the time just for us to see, talk, decide.
Okay, but here's the thing, the paradox. This biological computer, it could be brilliant, right? We could build rockets, understand quantum physics. Yet we're also incredibly prone to errors. We fall for optical illusions, get swayed by emotional arguments. If it's so evolved, why isn't it, perfect? Why the biases?
That's a great question. And Pinker's answer, connecting back to that evolutionary picture, is that the bias isn't really a bug. It's more like an inherited feature.
A feature? How so?
Those mental shortcuts, heuristics, they were super valuable back then. In a dangerous world, speed often mattered more than perfect accuracy.
Oh, okay. Like you hear a rustle in the grass.
Exactly. You need to think snake instantly. You don't have time for a detailed analysis. Better safe than sorry.
So our modern minds still run that quick and dirty software, even when it leads to mistakes now.
That's the idea. It favors that rapid, evolved decision-making, even in our much safer world.
But doesn't that feel a bit reductionist? Like if it's all just ancient programs firing off, what about our rich inner lives, our feelings, culture? Does he just dismiss all that complexity?
No, actually, he argues the messiness is key. Those emotions, they aren't flaws or weaknesses in the system. They're vital data. Ancient survival tools sending critical signals.
Data points.
We'll take love, for instance. Pinker sees it as the evolutionary mechanism that ensures families bond, that parents stick around to raise kids. It serves a clear function.
Okay, that makes some sense for love. But what about something destructive, like jealousy, that feels purely irrational sometimes?
Right, but even jealousy, he argues, has a straightforward evolutionary logic. It acts to protect that crucial pair bond, guarding against a partner diverting resources or loyalty elsewhere.
Protecting the investment, so to speak.
Kind of. And anger. It's not just losing your temper, it's an ancient signal. It alerts others you've been wronged, tries to reset the social balance, maybe prevent it happening again. These feelings guide us socially.
So emotions are like the operating system guiding the hardware.
That's a good way to put it. They're guiding us through this complex social world using ancient rules.
But this machinery, it does more than just calculate threats and alliances. It, writes poetry, creates art, philosophy. How does that fit?